Hi, I'm Glenn Perry from the Samadhi Tank Company, and I'd like to talk to you today about our incredible, fantastic new heater and control. For many years, we used waterbed heaters in our tanks, and they worked with 100% reliability for at least 25 years. And then a few years ago, they stopped being reliable because the waterbed industry died, and very few companies were making them, and the quality went way down. So we found 3 other companies over 3 or 4 years to make other heaters for us. First, we found a company in Sweden, and those started failing. And then we found a company in China, and those started failing. And then we found a company near where we live, and those failed. I grew up on a farm in the western part of Massachusetts in the 40s. And on the farm, we had to learn to do things ourselves. If something broke down, we couldn't necessarily buy a new one or go to a repair place. We had to figure out the thing ourselves. So we did a lot of problem solving and solutions and design work. And so I developed a love for problem solving and design. And whether I get paid for it or not, whether I'm doing gardening or raising animals or working in the company, I love design. We hired recently somebody else who all his life has also focused a lot on design and doing construction things. He's 66, and he has this incredible width of experience in all kinds of materials and construction processes. We hired another person recently to be a production manager, and he also loves design and problem solving and is great at it. So the 3 of us took on the project of designing a new heater and control. The old heater that we were having these company makes, and that's similar to a waterbed heater, is a silicone heater, and it has foil in the middle of it, and it's very thin, paper thin foil, and that's what heats up. The second thing is that it has an overload sensor in it. If all of the silicone heaters that I know of and that we've ever used always have a overload sensor. The purpose of that is that if this is used improperly, like if you plug it in a situation, perhaps in a tank, without filling the tank with water, the heat cannot dissipate, and it builds up and gets hotter and hotter. Well, this prevents that from happening. If it starts getting too hot, there's a little switch in here that turns it off. So what did we do differently? What we did was, instead of having a paper thin foil, we used a heater that was almost 1/2 inch thick one of the problems with these is sometimes moisture would get in between the layers of silicone and short the thing out. So one of the first tests we did was we took our thick heater and we dropped it into a Epsom salt bath and plugged it in, and it continued to work. It didn't short out and it didn't stop working. We then put it into an aluminum case almost half an inch thick, and it's a hard metal case, hard aluminum case, and then we made it waterproof. Then we took the heater and put it into a vinyl bag that we can also make waterproof. We could close off the end so that moisture generally will not get into the thing. So we have 3 layers of protection against moisture. And then we took the sensor and put it into the aluminum case. But we did not put the switch in there. We took the sensor and brought a wire out. And let me show you the heater. The heater is here. It's in this thick, heavy aluminum case. And here's the cord, and coming off of the cord is the sensor. Well, one of the things that fails one of the primary things, probably the biggest thing that fails in those silicone heaters is the switch that turns the thing on and off. So we have taken and brought our sensor out, and we take our control and we plug that sensor into our new control. These controls we have been making for over 25 years with a single sensor. And here's the sensor that is used to keep the solution at the right temperature. And we have used this with a single sensor for over 25 years and had incredible reliability. They're amazing controls. Now we're using them with a second sensor, so that this tests the water temperature and this tests the temperature of the heater. Should the overload part of it fail, that's in this, and all we have to do is replace it. But it's been very reliable. So we think we have an incredible combination of a bulletproof heater and a bulletproof temperature control, and we've kind of overdone it, and it's a little more expensive than we would like, but we want it never ever to fail. And at least the heater probably won't fail for over 100 years. It's an amazing thing. And the other thing is that we have made this incredibly accurate. We've done several months of testing to get the menus in here adjusted so that the variation in temperature of the solution is less than 3/4 of a degree. And most controls out on the market will vary the solution by maybe a 3-degree range instead of 3/4 of a degree range. So that's our heater and control. Thank you very much.